Breaking. Npower beneficiaries protest in Abuja over unpaid allowances. Welcome to the news, and thank you for tuning in to listen. The protesters are demanding payment of their standing 3-month stipend and feeding allowances owed by the management of a scheme. Now the news in detail. Some beneficiaries of the Npower scheme on Monday morning protested at the Public Service Institute, Kubwa, Abuja, Nigeria's capital, over unpaid allowances. The protesters are demanding payment of their standing 3-month stipend and feeding allowances owed by the management of the scheme. Each beneficiary of the scheme is paid 42,000 feeding allowance per month and 10,000 stipend for the same period. According to one of the protesters, Michael Bright, who spoke with Sahara reporters, they have yet to be paid their feeding allowance for December. A situation, he said, had left many of them hungry and sick. He said, "We are being treated as slaves here. It is like the government brought us from different states to camp in Abuja to starve us to death. We have been enduring hunger since we got to this place. We cannot take it anymore, and that is why we protested today. Something urgent has to be done." Sahara reporters learned that activities at the institute were paralyzed on Monday as a result of a demonstration by the aggrieved Npower beneficiaries. Though an official who later addressed them promised that the allowances will be paid before the end of this week, the protesters vowed to shun lecture rooms at the institute until the matter was resolved. Beneficiaries of Npower's Batch C, Stream 1 from state and the North Central region of Nigeria are camped at the Public Service Institute in Kubwa. The present set resumed at the camp on November 3rd and are expected to vacate on December 20th. However, no communication on what will happen next after that date had been relayed to beneficiaries, Sahara reporters gathered. The Npower scheme is under the supervision of the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and Disaster Management. Since its creation by President Muhammadu Buhari in June 2016 to address youth unemployment and help increase social development to the country, the scheme has been dogged by many scandals and has failed to live up to its billing. Okay, sincerely, this one is yet another story that we just hear, and there are many people who are workers and yet they have not been paid. And these people now, not that I'm saying anything, no, but do you know how many pensioners, do you know how many people who have worked for several civil servants in various states in Nigeria, they have not been paid? And now you are coming out and saying Npower. Well, a promise made, a promise is a debt, and of course, these people are holding the government responsible for such. I mean, if the government has said they should do something, they should fulfill it at least. Because for all I remember, this Npower, I really, really do not know. The last I heard of it was that, it was, I don't know, but coming out to say they're owing them, like, it is still very, very new and alien to me. It is new and alien to me. Pay us Npower Batch C, Stream 1 2021 beneficiaries for September, October, and November stipend. Enough of this disease. Now, this is not funny. That means these people have actually been doing it well. The government have not failed to disappoint us. There are some things that is going to be promised and done by the government, while some would be, how am I going to put it now? They're going to be working towards it. So for the fact that this particular one now is even still being contained, then I'm still saying it as wow. We heard about this Npower thing, yeah, but I did not think for any reason that it is in any way related, is going to be like, is going to follow to, when government makes promises, or just like previously, when this government came into power and said they were going to give each Nigerian youth 5,000 naira stipend. Then, of course, there and then I said, no, they can't be serious. They can't be serious. That is, I just took it like that. And many people like, well, so unless they want to say now that they actually did it and, it is now in the eye of a public and they have stopped doing it. Well, we just hope that this, whatever it is, that this stays up, their, how am I going to put it now? Like, this one is all sounding very, very new to me, sincerely. This one is sounding new, like, I'm saying, wow. So some people are benefiting. Then indeed, these are the people that will always come out and say, this government is indeed trying. Yes, but that is just the truth. Every day, one excuse or the other. My husband's account has been verified, still yet he has not been paid. Well, like you said, everything concerning the government, whenever they say they are going to do something for the citizens, I tell you that there is this natural, like, it is going to end up the same way. Sincerely, I just wish they can they can beat people's imagination by how they do things. They say they are going to do this and they do it. Like, stop being that, let people don't take it that you're going to disappoint them, or people think you're going to disappoint them. You disappoint them by doing exactly what you said you're going to do. And that is going to be the defining of, oh, these people have really, really, they have changed. They have really, really adjusted, and they are no longer promise and, fail as it's supposed to be. Instead of paying, you people are busy empowering the bandits and herdsmen. Okay. With the effort Nigerians home and abroad put in to help their fellows, this country has no business being poor. If the federal government was sincere, data, transparent and economically competent in its poverty alleviation schemes and scams, the problem is this regime. Almost everybody in this government came in broke and relatively poor. The fierce concern with their poverty alleviation scams is to enrich themselves and deliver their own generations from poverty, before remembering that those who are truly poor and Nigerians are worse for it. Okay. Like I said, I just hope that there will be a time the government will say, this thing, we are going to do it, and they'll come out and really, really do it as they have